Good morning from downtown Toronto, where Rolling with Bolen is taking in a spot to maybe plan a special night for you, or if you're coming into the city, you can have it all here waiting for you. And we're with somebody you viewers might recognize, but you would normally recognize him being in studio, Andrew Carleton-Smith.
Well, Tim, how are you?
Yes, man. Good to see you.
Good. Welcome here.
Listen, you haven't been in the studio because of the past couple of years.
Yes.
But then you've always said, come on, you got to come out and see my new spot.
Yeah, we did the Skype stuff, and
Right.
this is better. We can now have a glass in person, and this is a project that I've been working on for 2 years with the construction shutdown, but we're ready to go now.
Okay. Curatus.
Curatus is a private club downtown Toronto for wine collectors. That they can cellar their collections here, but it's as much a workspace, a place to work outside of your office, outside of your home. And most of our members, in fact, don't even live downtown Toronto. This is their downtown
This is
Toronto.
their office.
This is their square footage outside of their home.
Curatus means?
It's the Latin root word for curate, as we curate collections. We curate experiences through dining and travel, and we curate friendships and business here with people sharing their own wines. Rather than just picking off a list, I'm going to share something of mine with you, as opposed to just picking off a list, and that's a lot more personal.
It's the past couple of years we haven't been able to do this type of thing. I know this kind of co-workspace was big before the pandemic happened, but it's starting to come back again.
It is coming back. It's expensive and a little impersonal sometimes. It's cubicles.
Right.
Here we are at a heritage E.J. Lennox design building. He built Castle Loma, Old City Hall, the King Eddie, and 70 banks.
So it's well built.
It's well built and by a character. So this was a research project. What it would have looked like in 1914 when the building was built if he put a little wine club down here. And if you notice going through, we actually found in the demolition the original marble mosaic tile.
And you wanted to keep that.
Yeah. The details, right down to the kind of brackets we use for the bar. Everything is walnut, the kind of wood he would have used. The ergonomics and shape of the Eames-style furniture.
Yeah, look at these chairs, huh?
They're the most comfortable. You can have a nap in those, Tim.
Yeah, let me give it a try. Up there. Oh,
Right.
Actually, I picked the wrong chair because look, it's waiting. look, it's waiting for me right here. Hello.
So members come and work. We always have goodies from local bakeries, and coffee. And our coffee situation is very, very strong.
Okay.
We even have Lake of Bays beer on tap.
Hello.
So you can just help yourself a little sample.
We know
and
Lake of
donate
Bays.
to charity. We have a really strong cheese and charcuterie program for members when they want to come in and have a little snack while they're working or after work.
I was going to say, so this is during the work day.
Yes.
We have some of your members working here.
Yes.
So then what happens, let's say, at night? When
After work is when it's kind of busy. It's just people stopping in with a client or coworkers after work, and again, sharing a bottle from their own collection, pre-dinner, pre-game, pre-theater, and then, just bonding. And then I think what's best around here is I'll say, I know you're in media, I'll say, hey, Tim, you need to meet them. They're in media too. Or they're looking to spend on media. You guys need to meet each other. And if I had a 1% commission on business that happened here, I'd be on a beach right now.
Amazing.
But that's the network that we build here through sharing and dining and meeting each other.
And storing wine. I want to get into the wine storage. And because, I don't know, we all like being comfortable, and so does our wine. It wants to be comfortable. So we'll get into kind of the details on that. But this thing is just screaming my name. That's a one biter, right?
That's a one biter. That's the Nutella and the cream stuffed donuts from Spaccio.
So soft, so delicious. Well, there's nothing like home. We all like being at home, heat in the winter, air conditioning in the summer, that comfortability. Well, our wine likes a good home too. And we're in downtown Toronto this morning for Rolling with Bolen because we're finding a good home for those special bottles of wine with my good pal, Andrew Carleton-Smith. Curatus. Yes.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, so this is a spot. We said this in the kind of the first one where people can come in and entertain clients, but also to hold some of their wines.
Yeah. So for most of our members, we're not their primary storage. We have members with 10 and 20,000 bottle cellars in their home. But they don't want to bring clients home, so they keep some of their collection downtown. Okay. For some folks, they keep it downtown because it's the perfect storage conditions. Sometimes they keep it away from their kids or their spouses. to keep their good stuff here stored properly, and there's no whoopsie with the. Actually, I know your wife. It's you that drinks the.
There's lots of whoopsies at my house, which I learned not to do anymore.
The regret bottle.
Yes,
we're like, oh, I shouldn't have opened that. Yeah. So this is those ones here.
The storage is back in here.
Yes.
Okay. Take us. What's this door all about?
Oh, this is great. So we talked about this, the E.J. Lennox design building, 1914. So I wanted to make it authentic as if he put this here. And if E.J. Lennox built a wine cellar back then, he would have bought a cellar door from the Rudy family from Brantford, Ontario.
Yes.
So this is pre-real insulation. So this is the original authentic hardware. And I found this at a dairy farm in Cornwall, Ontario. It weighs about 600 pounds, 8 inches of solid oak.
Open her up. Come on in. Okay, so what's the temperature we want to be hitting in here?
So the ideal temperature for aging wine is 13 degrees, and the ideal humidity is 64%. So that's the lifespan of a cork. 13 degrees has nothing to do with the temperature to drink it at. It happens to be the right temperature for really great Chardonnay and kind of poor quality reds. You know, bad wine you want to keep cold to hide how bad it is.
There you go.
Good
That's
wine
the
you want a
key.
little warmer to open it up and see how great it is.
So there's different types of cellars in here?
So different size lockers for different needs. So some people just need to keep a few bottles here. So some of them, this one holds a max of 40 bottles.
Okay.
Most of them, the most common size is this. It holds about 100 bottles.
100 bottles. And they can store them however they want?
However you wish.
Can we see inside one?
This is mine. We
Okay.
depleted it pretty bad this weekend. But so this holds about 300 bottles. So again, we have walnut, which would be the wood of choice, the pre-Art Deco 1914, walnut banding. We've got some really interesting stuff here.
What are you feeling, Luke? You want a little Veuve, perhaps?
Actually,
Huh? Want a little Veuve? What
This
are you
one is
thinking?
super premium with a gold bar that actually splits the cork here, some Henri Giraud. So we have some really special bottles in here for the right occasion.
Okay, what's the best bottle you have in here?
It's gotta be either this one
This
or
one?
the one that we're gonna drink together in a minute, or right here, the 2015 Sassicaia, which was the #1 wine in the world, 2 years in a row, actually 15 and 16. And also this one has a great story here. The Rustan Vrede from South Africa. This is the wine that was served at Nelson Mandela's Nobel Prize Peace Prize dinner.
Oh, what's the year on that? Do you know?
It's not the exact, this is the right one. So this is a 2006.
Okay.
Not the year of his dinner, but this is exactly the
But that's
wine.
the one. And then the wine that we're going to be opening
Is Yao Ming's wine. He's a basketball player.
makes wine.
He makes wine with a very, very big winemaker. So you're going to be one of the first people in Canada to try that.
All right. I'm liking how this morning is shaping up. Curatus. Am I saying it right?
Curatus.
Curatus.
Yes.
Our pal, Andrew Carleton-Smith. I'm Morning Live. What else do we got in here? Luke, what are you feeling, buddy? Well, it's always a good morning when you're pairing your cornflakes with a delicious bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon, and that's what we're doing this morning. Hey, everybody, we're in downtown Toronto. Little tour to the city with our good pal Andrew Carleton-Smith, who we've had on the show. I don't know how many times you've been on the show, but you're always coming to us. So we thought, because you've been working hard on this throughout the past couple of years and throughout the pandemic, this is your new spot, Curatus, where people can come in and host a dinner or store their wine,
Exactly.
just like the one that you just opened. What do you got?
So today from my personal collection, and it's actually something very special. It's Yao Ming, the famous Chinese basketball player.
Yeah.
He bought a vineyard in 2012 in Napa Valley, and in cooperation with some of his big sports agents and marketing folks, he, with Thomas Hind, the famous winemaker from Napa Valley, is responsible for Cardinal and Colgan, which are wines that start at about $800 a bottle.
Whoa.
Yao hands-on, really was involved in making this wine. So this is very, very,
Can I
very
indulge and
pretty.
just pour
You can.
for camera purposes?
Yes,
Obviously.
R&D. So this has never been available in Canada until right now. And at Curatus, we're very, very proud to be the ambassadors of Yao Ming wines. And it is available to our members, and it is available to friends. So anyone in CHH land can actually be in touch with us, and we can help them get this.
That is unless Luke and I drink it all this morning.
Well, there's more. There's more on the way. We can do that.
Cheers.
So this is extremely
Look
premium.
at the color, really.
Smooth, dark garnet. It's very, very fruit forward, but not big and jammy like some California cabs are very guilty of being. Just a big fruit bomb of, jam. This is still elegant, but very, very powerful. Very,
nice.
very, very smooth.
I like the glasses too.
Thank you. These are Gabrielle glass, which in my opinion are the best in the world. And they're very fragile, and no one breaks more of them than me, actually just in my hands polishing them. But glassware is so important, the nice thin mouthfeel, and also the angle. And the angle is where it puts it on your tongue. If it's flat, it comes in on the front. If it's angled, you need to tip it back farther so it lands in the middle where it
Well, it's
should.
really thin at the top. A lot of the time, you're seeing bigger.
No.
You're seeing bigger goblets. Of
No, that's for goldfish.
wine
I think. That's for goldfish. But you know, they've got big scores from Robert Parker as high as 96 points.
Right.
So it's a very, very special thing. In fact, his super premium wine, which I have,
was
is
gonna
the
say, what's the
only
fancy-
bottle here in Canada.
What's the fancy one in the box? That's the only one in Canada.
Yes.
Okay, so what's that?
That I know of. So this is called the Chop, which is his ultra premium. And some of these bottles actually came with NFTs associated with the bottle number. So this is number 255 of only 300 produced for the world. So extraordinarily collectible. And we can actually even get some of these too for the big sports fans.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're open for business to come and store your wine here, or even to plan a special night out.
A special night out, big client presentations. Our dining rooms are tricked out for, you know, as high tech as any meeting room in the city.
Well, let's we'll sip on this, shall we, in the break, and then we'll come back, and we might need to pair it. Can we pair it with something?
We're going to
perhaps?
pair it with some of our food.
Ooh, well, what a morning we got going on here. Curatus on Morning Live. Now we feast. We've been sipping on some delicious wine here at Curatus in downtown Toronto with our good pal Andrew Carleton-Smith. Now we pair it with some delicious food. Good to see you, pal. You've been treating us well all morning.
No, thank you for making the trip out here.
Well,
you know,
but I think that's the whole thing about coming downtown for our viewers. They might come into the city for something special.
we have a lot of members who, most of our members don't even live downtown. They work downtown. We have so many members from Niagara, Burlington, Hamilton, Kitchener-Waterloo, London, actually London, England, all over US, Calgary. When they're in Toronto, this is their home base instead of a coffee shop. You know, before the hockey game, after the Raptor game, before theater, after work meeting a client instead of a coffee shop.
So there's a membership. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
A membership. You don't have to store your wine here. You can.
You should. Yeah.
You should.
Yeah. That's what everyone has in common here.
That's the salesman pitch. Yes,
and then
you should.
we cook for the bottles. What's interesting here, if you book dinner with us, there's no menu. You tell me what you're opening and any allergies in the group, and then you show up. And you get a menu at the end of the night to show you what you had instead of what you're going to have. And an explanation, an experience, a lesson, the whole process about why we did this, why this is in season, and what we're drinking.
So this is one of your two rooms you have?
Yes,
right?
It's a beautiful solid walnut dining room table. And we have examples of things that we always have.
Okay.
So we always have a beautiful cheese and charcuterie situation with cheeses that we import internationally. We curate, the Curatus. And then locally, we've done episodes before in the morning show with Ruth Clausen from Montforte Dairy. We love her cheeses from out in Stratford, Ontario. But we're really proud to support restaurants locally in my neighborhood. Through Carbon Bar, we always have their ribs available here. And Mangia Bevi, my favorite pizza place in Toronto, one of Eleonora Caldato's pivots was to create a frozen or par-baked version of her pizzas. And they are exactly the same as the restaurant. So we're really proud to have those here.
What's this slab of meat I got in front of me?
There is our beef program that we get from Deliso Meats. They're all ethically raised cows. I've been to the farm. So we have a beautiful, beautiful 50-day tenderloin. And this is summer. So we did some hominy polenta, which is very South American. And on top, a pomegranate chimichurri. We've got some just roast kale and some mushrooms and some beautiful rapini.
Is this just for camera? Can I eat it?
You can eat this, yeah. This is not the plastic prop that we have
sometimes we go to places that it's like, oh, you can't eat that. That's just for the looks. No, we're digging in. We're digging in. Who are some of the members? You have some high-profile members.
Yeah.
I know you can't name people, but like
not just big business people, but big people in the music industry. Some Toronto athletes and some Toronto athletes that are playing for other cities that come back in the summer. They're members here, and they feel like this is a place they can come and not be bothered.
It's got to be cool because you have so many worlds colliding, right? But a lot of great conversation from all different walks of life in here.
All different. It's fascinating.
Yeah, to see. I don't know. And you're the puppet master of it all. You see
I'm the conductor of the orchestra, if you will. And here's you got to try that. Then you got to try. This is our affogato, like an espresso infused creme brulee. This is kind of what what we're maybe most famous for. It's a really elegant, smooth creme brulee, not eggy. And crack it. Get in there.
Okay. Awesome. Does it pair well with this red that I'm drinking?
Beautifully, because it does have that coffee notes, actually. No, but everything we serve is dedicated to what we're going to open.
Oh my goodness, Andrew.
It's pretty great.
What are we going to do with all this food, Luke?
Well, make some friends. Make some friends with people working here,
hey,
you know?
Great seeing you. I know you've been to the studio so many times.
I can't wait to see the new studio.
You'll have to come to the new studio, and we'll host you there. But in the meantime, thanks for having us. So cheers.
Tim, pleasure.